Menopause metabolism is like your Wi-Fi. It suddenly stops working the way it used to, and no amount of rebooting seems to fix it. One day everything's running fine, the next, you're buffering just trying to button your jeans. Here's the thing, it's not your willpower, it's not your workouts, and it's definitely not that piece of chocolate you ate last night. During menopause, your hormones actually rewire how your body handles food. That classic strategy of eating less and exercising more isn't enough anymore. The good news? Just like a Wi-Fi booster fixes the signal, there are foods that can reset how your metabolism works in this stage of life. And the surprising part is, they're not the usual chicken and broccoli suspects we've been told to eat forever. The foods I'm about to share aren't just random picks. They've been shown in research to help support hormone balance, rev up metabolism, and even calm those stubborn cravings that seem to have a mind of their own. And the best part, you don't have to eat anything weird or complicated. These are things you can find at your local grocery store and easily work into your everyday meals. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 5 foods can help you reconnect your menopause metabolism, plus one little-known pairing that can make all the difference for energy, mood, and yes, even that stubborn belly softness. And because I know sometimes it's easier to just eat your way to results, I've included a recipe at the end that combines 4 of the 5 foods we're talking about today. It's super tasty, super simple, and a perfect way to kickstart your new routine. So, let's dive in, starting with the first food that made me realize how wrong I'd been about healthy eating after 40. Number 5. Lentils. For years, I thought lentils were just the quiet wallflowers of my plate. You know, the healthy sidekick that never steals the spotlight. Then menopause hit, and I discovered they're basically tiny metabolic superheroes in disguise. Fun fact, just 1 cup of lentils gives you 37% of your daily iron, more than a glass of spinach smoothie, and way easier to eat. During menopause, low iron can make fatigue hit like a double espresso withdrawal, so this little legume becomes a secret weapon against exhaustion. But that's not all. Lentils release energy slowly thanks to their low glycemic index, so no more blood sugar roller coasters that spark cravings, mood swings, or that pesky belly softness. And the fiber. It doesn't just keep your digestion happy, it keeps you full, so you're less likely to raid the pantry at 3 p.m. Here's a pro tip. Toss them with a vitamin C source, like bell peppers or a squeeze of lemon. Vitamin C helps your body absorb the iron in lentils, making these humble legumes even more powerful. So the next time you see lentils on your plate, don't underestimate them. They could be exactly what your menopause metabolism needs. In a minute, I'll show you how to combine lentils with other foods on this list to get even more hormonal benefits. But first, let's move on to number 4. And trust me, this next food is one you might already have in your fridge. Number 4. Eggs. I used to dodge eggs like they were a cholesterol bomb, but after 40, I learned they're basically little metabolic superheroes in a shell. Each large egg packs about 6 grams of complete protein. That's all the amino acids your body needs to keep muscle strong. And during menopause, keeping muscle isn't just about looking toned. It's one of the best ways to keep your metabolism from going haywire. But here's the plot twist. Eggs are loaded with choline. Think of choline as brain fuel. It supports memory, focus, and healthy cell membranes. Translation, less brain fog and more mental clarity, which is something many of us desperately need right now. And forget the old cholesterol scare. Research shows eggs can actually boost HDL, the good cholesterol, which is a win for our hearts as estrogen naturally dips. If you can, go for pastured or omega-3 enriched eggs. They're higher in vitamins A and E, antioxidants that our bodies crave more than ever during menopause. Eggs are also crazy versatile. Scramble them at breakfast, toss them on a salad, or boil a few for a snack on the go. Next up, at number 3, is a food that might sound boring at first glance, but it does a lot for your metabolism during menopause. I'm talking about chicken breast. I used to think chicken breast was just diet food. You know, the boring stuff you ate when you wanted to be good. But in menopause, it turned out to be one of my secret weapons. Before I tell you the surprising reason why, I'd love to invite you to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're finding this helpful so far. It really helps more women who are going through the same menopausal changes find this information, and it tells YouTube that these videos matter. And if you've tried any of these foods yourself or have your own tips, please share them in the comments below. I'm reading every single one, and your story might be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. Going back to the video, here's the reason why chicken breast is such an amazing weapon. Half a chicken breast packs about 26 to 27 grams of lean protein with almost no fat. That high protein to calorie ratio is gold after 40, because we naturally start losing muscle faster, and muscle is what keeps metabolism humming. But chicken isn't just about protein. It's loaded with B vitamins plus zinc and selenium, key players in thyroid health. And your thyroid? Basically the boss of metabolism. When it slows down, everything else feels slower too. At first, I worried eating more protein would make me feel bulky. Nope, the opposite happened. Steadier energy, fewer cravings, and that slow, frustrating belly creep started to ease. And you don't have to choke it down plain. Marinate it in olive oil and lemon, grill it gently, or shred it into soups and salads. Small tweaks, huge payoff, delicious and easy to stick with. Up next at number 2, a food that doesn't just help your muscles, it also supports your gut, your bones, and even your mood. I'm talking about Greek yogurt. I'll be honest, I used to ignore yogurt. I figured it was either extra calories, secretly loaded with sugar, or just something that sat in the fridge until it went bad. Then I discovered unsweetened Greek yogurt, and suddenly it became my daily hero. One 7-ounce container packs almost 20 grams of protein, nearly as much as a small chicken breast, plus calcium, vitamin B12, and vitamin A. All the stuff our bodies start craving more of after 40. Here's the kicker. When estrogen drops, our bones start losing density faster. But get this, protein helps your body actually use calcium better. So, yogurt isn't just a snack, it's like a tiny bone-strengthening power-up. And the probiotics? Game changer. These little gut buddies don't just help digestion, they help steady your mood, curb cravings, and even fight that fuzzy menopause brain. Because let's be real, between hot flashes, night sweats, and random grumpiness, any mental clarity we can get feels like winning the lottery. Pro tip, stick to the unsweetened kind. No hidden sugars sneaking in, and you'll give inflammation the boot while you're at it. Before we get to number 1, here's a hint. This last food isn't just another eat more protein tip. It's something most of us might already recognize, but few of us use consistently, and it quietly tackles several menopause challenges at once. Once I started adding it, I noticed changes faster than with anything else on this list. I'm talking about salmon. If there's one food I wish I'd embrace sooner in menopause, it's salmon. Not because it's trendy or fancy, but because it quietly supports almost every challenge we face during this stage of life. A single 3.5-ounce serving gives you 22 to 25 grams of high-quality protein, helping preserve muscle and keep metabolism humming. So important when hormones start slowing things down. But the real magic? Omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats fight inflammation, which tends to rise after estrogen drops, support heart health, and maybe most surprisingly, can even help reduce hot flashes according to some studies. Salmon also brings selenium, a trace mineral that keeps your thyroid in check. And a happy thyroid keeps your energy, mood, and metabolism from taking a nosedive. Here's a little trick I learned that amplified the benefits. Pairing salmon with vitamin C-rich foods, like a fresh salad, or calcium-rich foods, like Greek yogurt later in the day, isn't just tasty. It helps your body absorb and use those nutrients better. Nutritionists call this synergy, and it really works. You don't have to eat salmon every day, even just twice a week. Baked, grilled, or gently poached to protect the omega-3s can deliver real, science-backed results. By bringing together these 5 foods, lentils, eggs, chicken breast, Greek yogurt, and salmon, you're not just eating healthy. You're building a nutrition plan that works with your changing body instead of fighting against it. And remember, small, consistent steps matter more than an all-or-nothing overhaul. So here's the truth I wish someone had told me years ago. Menopause doesn't mean you have to give up on feeling strong, energized, or comfortable in your own skin. But it does mean you have to change how you get there, with food choices that work with your new hormonal landscape instead of against it. It's not about cutting everything you love or living on salad and sacrifice. It's about adding more high-quality protein to protect muscle and metabolism, anti-inflammatory nutrients to calm your body from the inside out, and micronutrients that quietly support your thyroid, brain, and bones exactly when they need it most. As promised, I've got a recipe for you, and you'll find the full details linked in the description box below. It's called chicken and red lentil soup with lemony yogurt. Not only is it comforting and nourishing, but it's also packed with 48 grams of protein per serving. Exactly the kind of support your body craves during menopause to keep energy steady, muscles strong, and cravings calmer. Think of it as food that works with your hormones and tastes like a hug in a bowl. And if you want to switch it up, you can toss in extras like hearty greens or even a soft-boiled egg for an extra boost. Oh, and let me know in the comments if you'd try making this. I'd love to hear. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe. It helps bring these strategies to more women who might be struggling in silence. And if you have your own favorite menopause-friendly foods or meal tips, share them in the comments below. I read every comment, and your story could help someone else feel less alone. Finally, if you want to keep going, click here for my menopause playlist. I cover everything from diet plans and supplements to exercise strategies and mindset shifts to help you feel your best. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, your body might be changing, but it's still yours. And you can absolutely learn to work with it. See you in the next video.